Hello, and welcome back to Sharing a Chapter a Day. This is Do Ra Mi, and today I will be reading Chapter 23 of Engagement in Peril by Dara Odoe Sok. Chapter 23 is titled The Eighth Grader. Eighth grade finally rolled around during those humid autumn months of 1990. I was now 13 years old. I promised myself during that lonesome summer that this year would be the year that I'd tell Kelly how I really feel about her. Fortunately for me, Kelly and I had several classes together again, math and science this time. By chance and with some luck, we were also in the yearbook club together. Could this be fate? I sometimes thought, but will fate deal me a rotten hand later on? You know what? It wasn't that much of a difference from years past. It turned out that I was still gutless this year. No ounce of nerve to utter a single whisper toward Kelly about my feelings for her. Damn, Dara, you're quite pathetic. Where was I when all this was happening to you? You could have come to me for some advice regarding this matter with your lustful love for Kelly. Perhaps I may have been able to give you some pointers then, said the bastard that no one really remembers. All I do now is daydream and hope, nor do I dare to praise because my prayer so far, and so often hasn't been answered. I sometimes think that God must have something against me or against me being happy in life. I was just so fixated on Kelly, and because in my young, impressionable mind then, she made me feel good. How, you ask? Don't bother asking. I don't know how she did it, but just to look at her gave me a sense of longing and envy, and got my young hormone all riled up, and I just wanted to go up to her and explode in and all over her lovely face. That's the kind of sinful urges I had then and now for Kelly. God willing, I'll have my shameful ways with her face and body. The first 2 months of the semester in school dragged sluggishly, angering my soulless mind and suffocating my aching heart. To keep my agonizing mind away from Kelly, I hung out with my widow friends, and we stayed to ourselves, making conversation about the it crowd and who we wanted to get with. Kelly's name seemed to be the one on everyone's mind and lips then. The it girls crowd still gathered together at their self-designated site on the step in front of the girls' locker room, where they could see the whole playground and fields. Though Kelly was often on my mind, I still went on my studies, and this would turn out to be the best year that I had ever had in my academic career. It was here that I ruled the school academically the entire 8th grade school year. I had received all A's in all my classes the entire year. I had also won the Blue Ribbon Prize for the school science fair competition, where I built a weather barometer that accurately predicted the temperature and weather for several weeks that I kept a record of. And throughout the school year, I also was named Student of the Month several times. And here's another good news. I ended up dating Kelly's best friend, Suzanne, who was the 8th grade class president and well respected and liked student by staff and students all over. The good thing about dating Kelly's best friend is that I got to be closer to Kelly. And a plus side to all this was that Kelly began to accept me as her friend as well. Let me explain how this upside-down, awkward fiasco came about, said the eager chipmunk who often wanted to get his nut off. Here it goes. To reiterate my previous discussion, I met Loanne Kelly during advisory period the years earlier, where we usually spend our time working on personal projects and homework. Kelly is a Vietnamese girl of my age, very cute with soft, long, radiant brunette hair, hazel brown eye, and breathtaking physique for a girl of 12, about 13 years old then. She was pretty snotty toward me at first. She too looked down on me, just like Mary first did when I met her at Kunzmiller Middle School back in Denver a year earlier. I would find myself staring and daydreaming about Kelly most of the time in class. I guess this was when puberty peaked for me. This was when I started having wet dreams and started to explore my body more often than the usual adolescent boy for my age group at the time. I can say now, I really defiled my young body then, and perhaps that may have played some part in my constant illnesses, now while I slowly head toward my last day of existence. I had quite a fatal crush for this girl Kelly, who didn't give a rat's ass about me then. I felt as though she hated me, but what the hell did I ever do to her? And the more she hated me, the more I wanted to have her. That whole year I craved and yearned for her. For what? I know not. I usually spent my time playing one foot during recess with friends. I remember now one time our class went to see a Charles Dickens play of A Christmas Carol in the auditorium. Our class sat near the back, and I sat on the seat directly behind Kelly in the very next row. All throughout the play I spent my time caressing her long, soft brunette hair and smelling the essence that she and her delicate young body radiate, being very careful and mindful not to arouse her of any suspicion of what I was doing while I was touching her hair. I would lean down next to her and smell the aroma of her sweetness, to breathe in her essence, just to be close to her. Damn, I was pathetic then. And you're still pathetic now, you bastard, said the angry fellow who was writing all this down. Thank you for listening. This is the end of chapter 23. Be on the lookout for chapter 24, titled The Outsiders. Until next time, this is Do, Ra, Mi, and I'll see you later. Thank you.